In God we trust, all others must bring data. You heard a lot of stuff, none of that was data. So these are my important disclosures. I have no son, son-in-law, daughter to promote, no hospital or chain to promote, and I don't own any robots, so I don't have to recover the costs. I have 2 free robots. I do receive some royalties. Okay. So this talk is going to be on mechanical alignment. I'm going to shatter 5 myths. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to ensure a satisfactory and durable outcome in your total knees, mostly for the young guys. What we want to really see is long-term survival of the implant. Mechanical alignment has shown in all registries excellent survivorship, no doubt about that. And there is no high-level evidence which shows inferiority versus any of the newer alignment philosophies. So this is what you want to see. 25-year follow-up, no loosening or lysis. 22-year follow-up, all mechanically aligned. 19-year follow-up, all poly, Bharat, happy to see. Another all poly, 17-year follow-up, no loosening, no lysis. 15-year follow-up. That's what we want to see, not these. You put them in a little bit of tilt here and there. Remember, our bone quality is not the same as in the West. This is what you can get. You don't want to see this. Just a few degrees here and there, and our bone quality doesn't tolerate it. Of course, MA is inevitable for these cases. You cannot put in a long stem and tilt it 3 or 4 degrees. It's going to hit the canal. Same thing in these. So these are out of necessity. You're going to have to do mechanical alignment, especially on the tibia. Now, what are the 5 myths? Why did these alternative alignments emerge? Because it was reported that dissatisfaction after total knee was 20 to 30%. Myth 1, shattered recently by Gil Scuderi. Meta-analysis showing that the average rate of dissatisfaction in multiple papers is only 10%. And if you exclude complications, it's 7%. What are we talking about, guys? Myth number 2, CPAK, joint line obliquity, restoring that. Does it matter? No prom differences when native CPAK was matched versus not matched. And this is the Mark Coventry Award recently. 2-year data, no difference. So you can keep analyzing and checking your CT scans and doing all of that. You have to show me that that helps your recovery. Look at the recovery in this. 20 degree, obese, varus deformity, mechanically aligned. Yes, with robot. Look at her range of motion, full flexion. Post-op, look at her stability. Absolutely rock stable. And that's her gait. Valgus deformity, again significant valgus deformity, obese patient, again mechanically aligned, robotic of course, post-op, 2 weeks, look at her flexion and her gait. This is kinematic alignment done elsewhere, beautifully done on the right side, and look at the patella. Our implants are not designed for this, remember. Myth number 3, soft tissue release is required and therefore you need alternative alignments so that you make these cuts to avoid the releases. Completely wrong. We've just published just the day before. In the JOA, the medial collateral ligament does not contract and hence does not need to be released. No pie crusting, no release. What happens is it merely gets stented over the osteophyte. The moment you remove the osteophyte, you get correction of deformity. And we've published this many times over the years. And severe deformities can be corrected. And how does that happen? Removal of the osteophytes does achieve a lot of correction. And I'll show you that. This is our paper on 490 navigated knees with huge deformities. So 10% can be aligned and balanced by just taking off the menisci and the cruciates. No release required. And if you resect the osteophytes medially and posteriorly, 60% are aligned and balanced. And then what do you do with the remainder? You need to do a reduction osteotomy and a posterior capsular release. almost all the remaining third will be aligned and balanced. That's our technique of reduction osteotomy. Extra-articular deformity, you may occasionally need to do a sliding osteotomy. These are for extreme cases. Myth number 4, alternative alignments have better PROMs and satisfaction. Huge network meta-analysis in 2025. 22 RCTs checked, no difference, no minimal clinically important differences in PROMs, range of motion among all these alternative alignments. Meta-analysis showed similar outcomes. So there is no superior alignment philosophy on any of these PROMs. This is the references. You can scan this and go through all the references yourself. Robots improve PROMs and satisfaction, another myth. Again, huge number of meta-analysis showing no minimal clinically important differences in any of the scores at 1 to 2 years. A large amount of data showing there's no real benefit. Massive number of studies, systematic reviews, all of them up to 5-year data, none of them, even up to 10 years, 20 comparative studies show no difference. These are the papers, scan them, read them. So the conclusions, gentlemen, mechanical alignment is safe for us. If you don't have a robot, don't worry, you're okay. Do a good job with mechanical alignment. The alternatives are not inferior. They are not experimental either, but I think we've got to wait. Show us longer term follow-up. So no single philosophy is clearly superior, but I think mechanical for us is safer in our population with our bone quality. Perhaps what's more important than alignment is actually soft tissue balance. Thank you.